This is Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster.
Good news, audio quality's top notch. We're back in the studio, not out in the air anymore. Bad news, Ben found out his son is a bit dumb.
And your godson, Liam.
Yeah, I know, so it's hard on both of us. It's the first thing that you'll hear in the podcast, so it's all explained there.
I like to think that the intelligence of a child comes from the godfather side.
Okay, well that just doesn't work.
Thank you. Thanks for backing me in, Belle.
Yeah, and you're the one that dropped out of school, as I said on it.
Bill, that's called comedy,
Yeah, no, I get
not
it.
like a literal statement.
Yes, and then.
But then what you did was you took it
Okay.
literally, which makes it not funny.
Oh, I'm playing my role.
Rather than me going like, here's a joke, and you go,
Okay, so funny, Ben.
or you can just drive it into the dirt.
Well,
Nah,
let's...
that's right, I saved that, I made it funny again.
Wow.
what the ups and downs, eh? The highs and lows. That's what it's about, guys. That's what it's about. Enjoy.
Yeah. 13 24 10. I'd love you to give us a buzz right now. When did you realise your kid was dumb?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What?
I've got little Freddie. Freddie is, I believe he's 16 weeks today.
You can't tell if he's dumb already.
Well, we can, Belle. We did a test and he failed the test horribly.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Are you concerned though?
Yeah. Not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Not my
You serious?
godson,
Yes,
Freddie.
Liam, your godson.
Well, at least he's cute. I mean,
Yeah.
he's got good looks, you
He's
know.
got that going for him.
Oh, I saw a photo of him on the weekend. Your wife Sam showed
Mm.
me, and he looks exactly like you. I didn't realise, but he looks exactly like you.
Yes, he's got the Harvey looks.
No, I'm not saying.
But he hasn't got the Harvey intelligence, unfortunately.
Well, he dropped out in year 10, so.
Street smarts.
If I had $1 for every time that exact exchange is made on this show, I'd be a rich man.
So now what I will say is this might sound like it's something you shouldn't do, but it's obviously fine. We were both there, parental guidance. He's okay. But we were sitting around on, I think it was yesterday, so we were sitting around on Sunday, and my wife Sam was like scrolling, and I was watching Freddie, and she's like, and she came across this video, and she was laughing, and she's like, oh, we should do this. And I said, what is it? And she said, oh, it's a test people do to see the intelligence of their babies. And I was like, oh, what is it? And she said, oh, well, you put, so the baby's laying down, and you pop a little tissue over their face, and you see if they're smart enough to take the tissue off.
It's much like the putting a blanket over a dog trick.
Exactly
And
the
if
same.
the dog finds its way out, you've got a
Yep.
smart dog. If
Exactly.
it thinks I'm dead, then very dumb animal.
The exact same test.
Yeah, okay.
But at the age that Freddie is?
Yeah, because he can grab things now, so he can grab things
Okay.
and hold things.
He should be able to, yeah.
And so we put the tissue over, and he thought the world disappeared. And to the point where I put it over because he was like smiling and laughing. Put the little tissue over. He kind of froze, and then started crying. And he didn't think to grab it off. He didn't think, oh, that's a thing on my face.
He just thought that was it.
He thought game over.
Game over. That is, it's exactly the same test you give a dog.
Yeah.
Wait, are you going to try again in like a month?
I think I'm going to train him. I'm going to run him through some intelligence scenarios.
Because that's the thing, like if he's going through school and then someone, moves his hat, those hats that have the flaps on the back, if they move his hat around the other way and then he thinks he's dead.
Yep.
That's not going to go down well on the playground. He's got to know. He just has to twist the hat back around the right way and he can see again.
Yeah, so I'm Googling tutors, education programs.
Yeah.
13 24 10 though. As a fellow parent, I'd love for you to share a similar story if you got one. When did you realise your kid was a bit dumb? I'm sure I'm not the only parent that's gone, I love them and they're a great kid, but they're not the sharpest tool in the shed.
I'm sure you were hoping that he was going to take the tissue off,
Absolutely.
fold it up and give it back to you. But obviously none of that happened.
13 24 10. I tell you what, we'll give 2 tickets to go see the kid Leroy, a very smart kid, to our favourite caller.
Yeah, you can remain anonymous as well if you feel a bit weird calling up and saying when you realise your kid
Yeah,
was a bit
if
dumb.
you've got your kid in the car, maybe just pop some headphones on for the call.
Yeah.
Well, they won't realise it's happening anyway.
Yeah, they won't know. 13 24 10. When did you realise your kid was dumb? Our favourite caller is walking away with 2 tickets to go see the kid Leroy.
Sad weekend for you, Ben, realising that your gorgeous son, Freddie, my godson, a little bit dumb.
Yeah, we did a test very safely under parent supervision, but you put a little tissue over their face, and if they're a smart baby, they'll obviously realise that there's something on their face and they'll pull it off so they can see. If they're a dumb baby, they'll just kind of start crying because they don't know where you've gone. And he started crying. So 13, 24, 10. When did you realise your kid was dumb? Michelle in Lilydale, when did you realise?
Oh, so we were driving on the way to a cruise, of all things, and my 15-year-old seriously asked us, what are icebergs made of?
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, 15's a bit old for that one.
15.
Yeah. So you
so
obviously
then
would
we
have
said
lost it.
ice.
Yeah.
Yep, so we said they're made of ice. And then she goes, so what's ice made of?
Oh, Jesus.
No.
Yeah, that's you should be learning that one early. for
Michelle, you're definitely in the running for those Kid Leroy tickets. Thank you very much.
sure. It took you 15 years to realise. Hayley in Hastings, when did you realise your kid was maybe a little bit dumb?
My kid was about 13 years old and he was talking to his grandmother about his girlfriend that he had. And she asked him what her name was, and he said, her name's Steph. And she said, what's her other name? Meaning her surname. And he said, Stephanie.
Aww. 13.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
More understandable than the iceberg, though.
For sure.
Very young to have a girlfriend, do you think?
13?
Yeah.
I think it's fun to have a girlfriend at 13.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Might even hold hands once or twice. Katrina in Ballarat, when did you realise?
Good morning. How are you guys?
Very good.
That's good. Look, so I think it was last year my husband and I were discussing whether we should send our son to school next year or the following year. So he's born April 2nd, so he's just in that cut-off period.
Okay.
While we were talking about it, he was outside. We turned around to check on him and saw him eating some grass and licking the window. So we both decided that he was definitely not ready to start till next year, so he's starting till the following year.
A young Matty Rao.
Yeah. Perhaps another year there. Just
Yeah,
eating the
that's
grass.
it. We'll just,
Cook
we'll
a
just
little
hang
bit.
on.
Let's just,
Or maybe you should
yeah.
send him early and said maybe he needs to start getting some education
Yeah.
and not to lick windows
Maybe.
with grass.
13, 24, 10. Give us a buzz. When did you realise your kid was a bit dumb?
Tanya in Mernda, when did you realise?
Well, my son was at school and the teachers were asking, what's your mum and dad's name, blah, blah, blah. He was about 7 at this time and he was like, my mum's name's Mum. And she was like, no, what's her real name? And he came home and he's like, Mum, do you have a real name? I thought your name was Mum. It was about 7 when it actually clicked that I had a real name.
That's very
That
cute.
is so cute. You're like, geez, why is everyone's mum called Mum? Like, it's such a common name. But
kind of
wait.
endearing.
What's your mum's name? 3, 2, 1, Grandma. What? Katie in Geelong, when did you realise your kid was a little bit dumb?
Yes, hello. My daughter over the dinner table one evening asked the family whether magnets stick to glass and proceeded to get up to attempt to try to stick a magnet to the glass door.
I guess, though, with that one, though, like...
Magnets are confusing.
You don't know
They're
until you
Hang
try.
on, sorry, I may have missed it. How old was she, Katie?
She was 15 and
Oh,
she
15?
Yeah, no, right, yeah. Bit dumb for sure.
I thought it was
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
like a 7-year-old.
I like that she did the experiment as well, though.
Kath in South Morang, when did you realise?
So it was when my husband was about 7 and he thought that me and my husband were brother and sister.
So hang on, when your son was 7, he thought that you and your husband were...
Brother and sister.
Yep.
And you're obviously
Yeah,
not.
so we tried to sort of explain, like, no, we're husband and wife.
Yeah.
You can't sort of do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of like, I always just thought you guys were
Yuck.
brother and sister and Nanny was both your mum.
Oh,
No.
of course, it would make sense if you were brother and sister and he did think that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no need to think about that too much. Tanya.
Catherine, thank you very much. I reckon Tanya,
It's gotta
though,
be Tanya.
whose kid thought your actual name was Mum, we'll send you along to go see the Kid Leroy.
Oh, that's amazing. My son's going to love it.
His actual name is Kid Leroy too.
No.
What if you could book your hotel now and choose to pay when you get there?
With thousands of flexible booking options in select stays, you're only a what if away from your next holiday.
Book on the What If app. What if it's Aussie for travel?
Wedding question for you, Ben.
Hit me.
You tied the knot last year. I'm getting married in a couple of weeks. And I want to know how many dance lessons you did for your first dance, because it was very impressive.
Well, I did dance lessons for about a year.
Ah.
Yeah, you've left it a little bit late.
Bugger.
Yeah. And so we didn't do dance lessons to learn a dance. We were just doing dance lessons because my wife, Sam, wanted to do dance lessons.
Okay, fair enough. And it was just like, you just happened to be able to dance really well by the time you got to the wedding.
Well, by the time you did a year of lessons, you just knew how to because basically what they do is they teach you steps. So they go like, so there's different moves. And so within a certain genre, there might be 100 moves. And if you know 8 of those moves, you can just link them together.
So here's the thing. We weren't going to do a first dance because yours excluded. You're a very good dancer. Most of the time, they're painfully awkward. Like, I hate looking at people. You know, it's like their moment, but you're like, oh, my God. Like, they're stepping on each other's feet. And it's just like they just both look like they don't want to be there. And so we looked into some lessons, and they have like different packages available for like wedding dance. So it's just like, you know, it's like the father-daughter dance package, or it's like the you know, the deluxe ceremony package, and it's like, you know, you do 6 or 7 lessons.
This is not for a month.
Well, there's another one called Emergency, which is just it's literally the package. The package is called Emergency, and it's 1 2-hour block. And so we were gonna do that, and then I was just about to call the guy. And then Sarah and I decided that we're not going to do that, and we're just going to vibe it. We're just because we figured.
So you're not going to do the emergency.
We're not going to do lessons.
You are going to do the dance,
but we're going to vibe it out.
What,
that's a recipe for disaster. You're just going to end up doing what you said you didn't want to do and just not know how to dance.
Yeah, but what I feel, this is my theory, right? If we get like 1 lesson, not a year of lessons like you, then I think we'll be like, oh, we've got to do that thing like step,
and you got to remember the
rather than just rather than just having a few drinks and like having a bit of fun and dancing for like a minute, and then hopefully everyone else just joins in.
Like, what you're not doing? Are you just vibing out like a 2-step thing, or are you vibing out like
we're just like I like
Rider song?
I think when I dance at other people's weddings, when they invite people to the dance floor and we dance at weddings, I just want to dance like that. Just like, not think about it.
What do
too
you
much.
do? Just like walk
hands
around
on
a circle?
So his hands will be on her hips, her hands will be on probably his shoulders.
Prom night style,
and it will be prom night swaying.
Right.
Well, I mean, I don't think you know the song, but this is the song.
Having never heard it, it's a nice song.
Do you know what I mean? It's just like a nice, like...
Is that really old, or is it like...
Nah, it's like, I don't know, a couple of years old. It's a bit of an indie song, because we're kind of indie and cool like that. Maybe I'll paint my nails on the day. I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
No, that's really sweet, Liam. I think that's really lovely.
We're signing off on the vibe out.
Yeah, vibe it.
Yeah, I mean, I can teach you a basic box step.
Dude, I mean, no, that's the thing. I think once I think of the move, I'll overthink it. I think that's where the awkwardness comes from, when people are like, hey, you got to follow my lead. But just, look, if we're dying out there, can you please just start dancing around us?
You're an improv guy.
That's it.
Improv it.
Let's just,
it's what you do best.
We'll work it out. We'll work it out on the night.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Well, good morning to you on this rainy Monday morning, Sarah in Endeavour Hills. How was your weekend?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, love that view. All right, let's kick into the quiz. The Westgate tunnel works are being delayed because of graffiti vandals who keep tagging the walls. That feels like the workers are just behind schedule and looking for other things to blame. Well, the bloody kids keep writing on it. The Westgate Bridge is also known as the M what number?
The Westgate.
Yeah, M what, and it's like a number. The M something.
I'm on the M.
It's like painted on the. It's like on the road, like you sort of drive over it.
The Westgate. It's the
M. Just say a number, Sarah. Any number. First number that comes to mind.
M.
Any number, Sarah. Any number. Come on, Sarah. Just say a number.
Well, M1 is the Monash. So I'm going to say M1.
Yeah, right.
It's the M1. It's the M1.
Well
It's the
done,
M1.
Sorry.
You weren't Googling, were you? Because when we were saying, say any number, it was quickly, furiously typing something. No, okay. No, we'll let that pass. The PM Anthony Albanese is more unpopular than ever, according to a new poll. In what Australian city is his house the Lodge?
The Lodge.
Where would you find the Lodge?
You're not Googling again, are you?
Googling.
I can hear it. I think I can hear this.
Toorak, maybe?
Toorak? No, it's not in Toorak,
so.
Sarah.
Sorry.
No.
Couldn't Google quick enough. Michelle in Bundoora, do you know where the Lodge is, where the PM sometimes
Canberra?
resides? It is Canberra. Well done. Hey, Beyonce's Renaissance World Tour movie has premiered in the States. Can you name any of the other 2 members of Destiny's Child?
Yes.
Kelly Rowland.
Yeah. Double points if you can name the other one that everyone forgets.
Michelle something.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Michelle, what's your name? I suppose Michelle. Yeah, no, she's Michelle Williams. Max Verstappen won the last F1 Grand Prix last night in Abu Dhabi to finish the most dominant season by a driver ever. What colours are a standard Red Bull can?
Oh, Red Bull is like a silver and bluishy red.
Yep. No, all those colours working. Are you Team Red Bull? Or are you more of like a Monster lady?
Neither, love. No, I don't drink either of those.
Oh, Rockstar.
I'd probably be swinging from the chandelier if I did that.
Yeah, Team V.
Team V. Yeah, okay.
Or the rarely chosen but my favourite energy drink, if I was to partake, the Red Eye.
There's one called the Red
There's
Eye.
one called the Red Eye.
That's
And it
disgusting.
comes in like it looks like a beer bottle.
Yes.
But it's energy drink.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, you're a real feral if you're drinking Red Eye.
You know what my favourite energy drink is?
Don't say something lame.
Coffee or something?
Life.
Oh, Jesus.
says the person who has 2 to 3 coffees every day.
Okay, Michelle, you're doing really well. Here's your last question. We're going to need your singing voice as per. The guy who wrote the 90s banger Breakfast at Tiffany's is being spoken about a lot online at the moment because he is now a supermarket manager.
Really?
In the US. Yes. Selling breakfast to people. Can you finish these lyrics?
Breakfast at Tiffany, she said, I think I
remember the film. I recall, I think.
I like it when people keep going. It's just like,
yeah,
you flex. We would have taken breakfast at Tiffany's, but you've done it, Michelle. So
thank you.
You were walking away with a $100 Subway voucher. What's your order?
Oh, my kids will love that.
Yeah, what do you normally
I
get?
don't really eat Subway, but my kids will love it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, for me, thanks for asking. It's an Italian herbs footlong, and then you get your chicken strips. I sometimes go double chicken if I'm feeling spicy, and some avocado if I want to splash. I certainly would have had a $100 voucher. Mozzarella, toasted, obviously, tomato, lettuce, and spinach with onion, olives, and then I get Thousand Island sauce and garlic sauce.
Interesting that you go the boring chicken strips rather than getting chicken teriyaki.
Well, I've been shredding for the wedding this year, and look, there's less cows without the sauce, and it's good quality chicken. Why did you say disgusting, Belle?
Your breath after
because of two
you
sauces.
Said you got onion.
So what sauce
and
do you
put
get?
Garlic sauce on it.
What
That's
sauce do you
disgusting.
get?
No sauce.
Oh, okay. So I'm the weird
dry
one.
sub over
You're just
here.
raw dogging without sauce. Oh yeah, yum.
Sauce.
The lettuce is so nice. Hey,
I
Michelle.
bet you get the veggie delight or something gross.
Michelle, you get to pick the next song we play. I would also like to do 13 24 10. What's your Subway order?
Yeah.
Just because I'm interested, because everyone does it a different sort of way.
So, do you want to hear Dexy's Midnight Runners? Or do you want to hear Adam Lambert?
I'm going to go Adam Lambert.
Adam Lambert.
Beautiful.
All
Yeah.
right. Michelle, thank you very much for playing.
Hey, slow it down. What do you want from me? What do you want from me?
We know what you want from us. It's one of those $100 Subway vouchers we got. Yeah, that's right. I'm assuming your friends called you and said, oh my God, Kelly, Chris, can you believe it? Nova 100, they're giving away $100 Subway vouchers.
It's what we really need at this time in life. So if you didn't know, they've got a limited edition cookie launching today. Make sure you don't miss out. It's Subway's new limited edition, like choc mint cookie.
We should rebrand the station to Nova $100 Subway vouchers.
Oh, jeez.
That would be good. That would have cut through. Belle, you mentioned you don't have sauce in your order, which is psychopathic.
Insane.
I think they should, if you say no sauce, they should just skirt a bit on anyway. Just like, you'll enjoy it more. Trust us. Trust us. We're the sandwich artists. We know.
Yeah, we know. That'd be so dry. So what is your order, Belle?
Can I be honest? I haven't had Subway in
you're missing
so
out.
long. I think. I mean, I'd probably get a wrap because it's less bread.
I literally get Subway like once a week. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, we know you do.
How good is the smell of Subway?
Dude.
When you're
see, that's
walking
the
through the
thing.
shopping centre.
I
and you go,
love the smell.
Oh,
I remember
Oh.
this time last year, I was going through my sub dog phase.
Yes.
Just mauling tubed hog ass.
Did they?
on the
Have they
weekly.
stopped that now?
I don't
know. Yeah, maybe
think-
that was a limited time only.
Yeah.
Ben, what's your order?
Sub dog.
My order would be a foot-long Italian herb and cheese, chicken
Nice.
teriyaki.
Yep.
No cheese. Controversial. I know. I just don't like cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Then for me, I always go fresh. It's got to be fresh. If it's toasted, I don't like the crunch.
What?
Spinach, cucumber, carrot, beetroot, pickles, and then I get 2 sauces as well. Liam, you taught me that move. I get 2 sauces: smoky honey mustard and sweet onion.
Do you know what the trick is, though? The trick is you ask for one sauce and
Yep.
then you ask for the other one.
Yep.
Otherwise, they'll give you a smaller amount of the first sauce.
Yeah.
If you really want to push it, you can ask for a third sauce.
Then when
Blow
they
their mind.
say salt and pepper, I always say yes, please, extra. I like extra salt and pepper, and then I get a white choc chip cookie.
Ooh, yummy. Geez, I'm salivating just thinking about it. Alex and Chadston, run us through your order for Subway.
Morning, guys. So I get an Italian foot-long herbs and cheese, then a chicken fillet toasted with Old English cheese, spinach, onion, carrot, jalapenos, and definitely get sauce, honey mustard sauce.
Yeah,
Rate that. I'm hearing, Italian herb seems to be a fan favourite.
Yeah.
No one's getting that honey oak thing. I don't even know why.
I don't
put
know.
that in
I don't
there.
think anybody's ever ordered that ever.
They must do like half the order for that one
Yeah,
and double
surely.
for the Italian. But everyone gets the Italian one because you get extra on it. You get bonus stuff.
Yeah, there's a bit more like cheese and stuff on the
Alex, thank you very much. Have you seen them when you get there nice and early? I'm sure you have, Liam. When you get there early and they're baking the bread and they put the little tubes.
They put it in a thing. I used to date a sandwich artist. It's called the bread retarder. I know
it,
that
the bread
seems like you're
retarder.
not allowed to say that, but that is actually what the machine's called.
What is it?
It's like it's the bread retarder.
It comes like in a frozen tube,
and then they put it in the oven,
and it goes bakes,
and it unfolds.
Oh,
Like, you're inflating an air mattress or something.
That's so weird.
Yes, I was only dating a sandwich artist for the cookies. Unfortunately, it was before the sub dog was even invented. Jake in Heidelberg, what's your Subway order?
Hi, how you going?
Good,
my
mate.
Subway order is normally a foot-long Italian herbs and cheese with an Italian BMT with extra pepperoni, extra salami, with Old English cheese but extra Old English, with lettuce, onion, capsicum, olives, pickles, and jalapeno with mayonnaise and sauce.
No, that's Italian.
Extra pepperoni.
You're really flying in the face of Subway Eat Fresh, aren't you? You're Subway eating dirty. Like that's like
That's gross.
That's heavy,
Hang on,
Jake.
did you say, Jake, so extra salami and
Yep.
extra
Yeah.
pepperoni?
Pepperoni.
Extra
My mum
Old
got it
English
for
as
me.
well.
Yeah, my mum got it for me when I was a kid, and honestly, that's all I get every
Why was your
time.
mum trying to kill you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
that's
I don't know if
heck of an order.
I don't know if we're beating that. The last call here, Taryn in Caulfield. What's your Subway order?
Same order since I was 8 years old. Italian herbs and cheese, foot-long Old English cheese with chicken teriyaki, and then lettuce, tomato, cucumber, pickles, onions, olives, jalapenos, and pineapple is a must.
They do pineapple?
Yep, you got to do pineapple. And definitely the 2 sauces as well, sweet onion and honey mustard.
Yeah, look, Taryn, that's a pretty good order, but I don't think we can go past
Yeah.
Jake in Heidelberg,
Jakey,
mate.
you big dirty boy. You're getting that $100 voucher. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. My partner will love that.
Yeah, I think you will as well. And by the sounds of the amount of extras that you're throwing on it, that should get you maybe 1.5 foot longs.
Subway Eat Fresh.
Ben, Liam, you know that I love my op shopping.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's becoming a bit of a problem.
Yeah, and it has been for many a year. Quite often I'll get a text on the weekend from Belle and I'll be like, like what's she messaging about? It's a picture message, and I'll open it. And it's like, do you want this? And she'll find something like a Beatles thing or a Liverpool thing, and I don't think I've ever said yes. Because even though I do like those things, I don't want the op shop junk. I run a pretty clean lifestyle. There's not many knickknacks or things around my home, and I like everything very bland.
You used to collect beer cans.
Yes, and then my fiance stamped that out of me, and I had to. It was very sad. I had to put them all in the recycling bin.
You're
but-
right, honey. I do like a clean life with no beer cans on the wall.
True. I'd be a different man if it wasn't Sarah, probably. My house would be full of beer cans. But
This is the thing about op shopping, Liam, because every 50 that I send you, one, you'll go, oh my God, I've been looking
I've
for
never
that.
said that. I've never said that.
It's like
You're changing history.
The Beatles' White Album. I found that in an op shop in a country town.
Yeah, and I said I've got it. I don't need it.
Yeah, but then I got it, and I was like, cool.
So
like,
hang on. But you're saying that I said, oh my
but
God,
what
I
if
want
you
that.
turned around and said, oh yeah, I've
I
been
would
looking
never
for
say that. I never have. I can I can honestly show you that there's a list as long as my
I do
arm.
it to Ben as well.
And it's actually
you're not the only
it's
one.
nice that you're thinking of us on the weekends, and it's nice that you're finding things.
you know
but
what
like,
the
not
sad thing-
everyone wants the.
You might as
nicknames.
well send a photo of some dog shit on the footpath. Hey, check this out. I found
You know
some
what?
dog shit.
I'm
laying.
never
You want
going to
that?
send
Going
you
cheap.
anything.
No thanks.
I think it's an inherited thing because I get that from my mum every week, and I get texts from her at op shops, and she goes, "Do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want
Yes.
this?" And then I'll go, "No, no, no." Oh, actually, yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
But I went. Well, I found that there's one now around the corner of my place where I've just moved to. So it's the best thing ever, but it's very dangerous, like you said. So most Saturdays now, I just pop round the corner and just go for a browse. And on Saturday, I ducked down there, and I saw across the shop the most beautiful, what I have been looking for, bikini. Now,
No. But I get board games, maybe some old vinyls if that's your thing.
I've
but
never bought
don't be
bathers
buying
before.
a dead person's bikini.
I've never
Do
bought
you know what I
bathers
mean?
from an op shop.
Dude, don't because normally you
but I
buy
do.
them and they come with like
The
bikinis. They have the
sanitary-
sanitary sticker because they they don't want you to have to.
Not this one. This,
Oh.
this was loved. Ben, what's that? So
That's you put on a dead person's bikini.
they're not dead.
They're
Not
probably
everybody
dead.
that donates is dead.
Most of them are dead people.
Well, it was great. It's like this beautiful. It was perfect cut. Went up. It goes up a little bit. It's great.
No, but
it's what I've
someone
been
else
looking
has
for.
been in their bits.
Like
you know?
a thong?
Not thong per se, but it's like it's
Right.
getting there. It's getting there.
You bought a bikini from an op shop.
Yeah.
That
And the
is-
lady at the desk was like, "Oh, this is great. Love it. Love this design." She's like, "It only just came in a few days ago," and I was like, "Great."
It's got mothballs in it. Like, oh, yeah, it's awesome,
no mothballs yet. No, still fresh. It's still fresh. Hasn't been there. But no, I wore it on the weekend. It was great, and I'm still here. So
Yeah.
I think I've now unlocked the new level of
Oh, there is no,
that
low
you-
to which you will not stoop, Belle Jackson.
You cannot. You're rolling out bikinis. You're rolling out undies. Anything that touches your bits.
Yep.
Just put it in the bin when
I've
you're
gone
done with it.
activewear before.
Nah.
Yeah, no, that was good. Some Lorna Jane tights. They were nice. They
Too
were
far.
very nice.
Too far.
Here at Nova 100, Christmas has started early. Sorry, commercial radio is a lot like the shopping centres, and in October we start playing the music and that sort of thing. But we do have tons to give away. Our advent calendar continues. We've also got a new game which we've enlisted the help of a big choir that we're going to come in each morning to help and give away all sorts of stuff: holidays, dinner vouchers, hundreds of dollars.
Speaking of work giving out Christmas presents, do you remember last year Nova gave out boxes of cherries? That was a good.
That's a good something
Christmas
you
present.
can actually
Yeah.
use. I like having
Well, not many people got to because Ben came in and took. I remember didn't you take like 3 boxes or something, or you came back to get more?
No,
I remember.
I took one box, and then I remember, so we got given them at the start of December, and then an all-staff email got sent out on like the 22nd of December, and the office was closing for the Christmas break, and there were still a few boxes left, and they said they're going to go bad. So I went in and got a couple more boxes.
So
of
Ben
cherries.
came in with the sack truck and cleared us out.
And you were raving about the cherries.
Oh,
Yeah,
they were like,
always.
you know, when you can get like there's like cherries, right? And there's the premium cherries. And they're like the deep red, and they're in a nice box. It was the fat premium cherries.
Well, my fingers are crossed for big dirty hams this year. We'll see how we go.
Hey, Liam, over the weekend, I got my suit for your wedding.
Oh!
My wife, Sam, has been on me. She's like, what are you going to wear? What are you going to wear? I'm like, I don't know. I'll just wear something that I've got in my cupboard. But she's like, you got to get like a special suit. And so I
Nice.
finally got my
Nice.
suit.
There were whispers that you were going to wear your wedding.
I was going
suit.
to, but it's like a whole thing with a vest. And I was like, it's too much.
It's beautiful. It's a brown suit.
Yeah, but then I needed a suit anyway because I got no suits except for my wedding suit. And so I got a navy suit.
Navy.
I got a navy suit.
Very
And can I say,
nice.
if you have yet to do your Christmas shopping, you're in a world of pain. Because I went to Chadstone.
You didn't go to Chadstone.
And I went to Westfield and Doncaster. Both of them were mental. Like,
Chadstone, I drove past
So-
the line to Chadstone on
Yeah,
the weekend, and it
yeah.
was like out onto the road.
literally, both of them were like that. And so, but with Chadstone though, I went on Saturday. It normally opens at 9. I got there at 8 because they opened an hour earlier. it was already busy.
Yeah.
It was already busy at 8 a.m.
You can't go to Chadstone
It's
from
crazy.
like October.
And then I went in and I got half the suit. That's why I had to go to the Westfield and Doncaster the next day because I needed the other half because
Oh
they didn't
my
have it in stock at the David
that
Jones.
sucks.
And then on the Saturday at Chadstone, when you start walking towards your car, it's like sharks. Because everyone wants your car park.
Where were
and then people start fighting because they're like, no, I want it. And I'm like, oh my God.
You know how they got that light system with like the red and green
Yeah,
lights?
yeah.
That doesn't
Work.
fancy
Never
shops.
work.
Yeah, and you see a green light, you're like, yes! There's always a car in it. There's always like just a smaller car in it. It's always work. They should just get rid of the lights because they don't work.
They don't work.
13, 24, 10. The worst Christmas presents from your work. 13, 24, 10. Everybody gets, well, I'm not saying, maybe not everybody, but most people, you'd hope at the end of the year, come Christmas, you get a little gift from your employer. And they give you maybe...
Some scraps for the peasants.
Yes. We were just saying earlier, that last year at Nova, we got a box of cherries.
That's
was
actually
really
good.
nice.
That is actually good.
Really good present, Nova. We gave that a glowing review.
Yeah.
Box of cherries because you're going to eat them.
Yep.
And you're going to have to buy some anyway. So that's a great present.
Felt like a thoughtful thing.
Yep.
Yeah, for the employees.
Well, not from Coles this year.
You would think for Coles, a box of cherries, very easy to give out.
They got them in stock.
Yeah.
They know the farmers. They
Yeah.
could probably get discount.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
for sure.
Oh, yes. Absolute, raking in the millions. And they've decided to give all of their employees a Coles drink bottle.
A drink
No,
bottle?
but it doesn't
Is it a
stop there.
Curtis Stone drink bottle?
No, but it does get better. Everybody also gets 5 My Thanks points.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't
That
know what that
sounds
is.
horrible.
But it's 5 points. 5 points to you, 5 points to you, and a drink bottle. They issued out like a little email and said, everyone get excited. Everyone gets a water bottle. They'll be delivered next week and can be rationed out to all the staff.
Oh, man. Look, I think if you've got a crappy price from an employer, we'll try and make it better for you. We'll give you some Kid Leroy tickets if you call up 13 24 10. I remember I feel like we do this every year because it always happens. Like a big company gives all their
Totally.
employees something bad. Do you remember that guy who was like, he was sure he was getting a pay rise and like he'd been asking for one for like years and he told his wife like, we're going out for dinner tonight. Like we were celebrating. He was in the big boardroom with like all of his bosses and they gave him a tea towel at the end of the year. That's one of my favorite. I reckon he told that story like 2 years ago and I still think of it.
Tony in Melton joins us now. Good morning. What did you get from your work for Christmas?
Good morning. Everyone knew that I was highly allergic to nuts, like anaphylactic allergic. I got nearly 2 boxes of Ferrero Rochers.
Oh, wow.
And a big Charlesworth nuts hamper.
That's funny. Oh,
Here you go.
poor
You
Tony.
might die. Brett.
And an EpiPen. Honestly, they're worth it.
They're that good.
Make sure you're near a hospital, but like, oh my God, the best chocolates ever.
Thanks, Tony. Brett in Sunshine. Good morning. What did work give you for Christmas?
Morning, mate. We got Boxing Day tickets to go to the cricket, but we had to work that night for night shift.
Oh,
You're kidding.
no.
You're absolutely kidding.
You want the good news or the bad news?
Yeah.
Wow,
Oh, that
Brett.
stinks. Jess in Hampton, what about you? What did you get?
Fake pubic hair.
What?
Okay.
Sorry?
Can you elaborate?
It was just like stick-on fake pubic hair. It was a secret Santa present, and I had an inappropriate manager. So.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
it's one of those wig
It's a merkin.
ones.
A merkin.
Yeah.
American, that's it. That's
Yeah,
the name.
yeah. No, that feels like a HR one.
That's, yeah,
At
that's
least,
not-
though,
That feels
that's-
like a David Brent
At
like
least
office
the
sort of.
silver lining there, though, is, Jessica, you could sue the boss for sexual harassment, like you said, a bit of a weird manager, and then you could get a payout. So then everyone's happy.
Or you could win some Kid Leroy tickets for what what you had to endure. That's the
Well,
worst one so far.
Hold the phone, though, because we've just gotten a call from someone that works at Coles.
Whoa.
An anonymous Coles worker.
Hopefully we're not going to get yelled at by someone at Coles.
Coles worker, have you been told you're getting your custom Coles drink bottle?
Yes, so we're getting the bottle, and the 5 My Thank points is $5.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Really?
What?
Yeah, yeah, which you can't redeem until you make $10.
No
How do you
way.
hang on, how do you make the $10?
Yeah.
So My Thanks is like a promotion that we promote good working in the store, which you get 10 My Thank points. So if you do something good, it's like a my thanks. Do you know what I mean?
Like a star
So
chart
when
or
you
something.
get 10 My Thanks points, you can redeem that for $10. They've given you 5, but you can't even redeem that until you get to 10.
That's right.
Do you know what those bastards over at Woolworths are getting this year?
No, what are they getting?
No, I don't know. I was just imagining it. It feels like it would be firing off in the Coles team chat. I can't believe they got that. Like, oh my God, I'm going to go work for the fresh food people now. This is ridiculous.
2 things. One, if you work for Woolies and you want to let us know what you're getting for
Or
Christmas,
Aldi or
or Audi, 13 24 10, give us a buzz. Also, keep this going. 13 24 10, worst Christmas present from your work.
We're chatting on 13 24 10, the worst Christmas presents from work after it's come out that Coles are giving all their employees a drink bottle and 5 My Thanks points.
Which is to the value of $5.
Which is like, and a lot of companies do it. It's almost like if it's not going to be good enough, then just don't give anyone any. I know there's like a lot of employees and probably a big expense, but just like no one wants the branded drink bottle.
Especially if you're like, a billionaire company. Like, you're fine. You don't need to just hand out a pity drink bottle. Michael on 13 24 10, what was the worst Christmas present from your work?
Oh, morning BLDs.
I like that. The abbreviation.
I love that, Michael.
We the worst one was, and it sounds horrible, but they made a donation to a local charity on all our behalf. So we worked our butts off for the year and got nothing.
I mean, and Michael, like, that is nice.
Yeah.
But you'd want to make pretty damn sure that they were doing it, wouldn't you? Because you'd want to see almost the money change hands.
But even then, like, it's not nice that, like you said, you worked hard.
Yeah.
You should be able to decide what you do with that money, but they've given it to charity on your behalf.
Yeah, it is beautiful. But we, like in my family, I grew up probably from about the age like 10 to 16 every year for Christmas. My mum would just give us like a goat overseas.
Yeah.
So it was lovely. But as
yeah.
a kid, I was like,
yeah.
That's
great, but yeah, children.
I was like, can I have something? She's like, no, now you've got a goat overseas.
Because you also wonder, did those kids get that goat? You know what I mean? Like, you do ask those questions.
I think they do. They do. But yeah,
I reckon I could see a world where like Vice do a documentary and they're like, did the kids get the goat? And I reckon they're like, turns out they didn't.
Well, there's a lot of goats that have not happened then.
Once again, as we said, you want to see the money change hands. You almost want to see the goat change hands.
Yeah,
you want
absolutely,
to see,
yeah.
If there was some sort of live link of the goat, I get it. You just want to know where your money's going. Lauren in Frankston, did your company get you a bit of a lazy end of year Christmas gift?
Hi, guys. Yes, my company, which could do a lot better being a very large, busy Melbourne hospital, we save lives daily, got the plastic cutlery set.
Oh,
what?
Plastic cutlery?
Dude, no way.
What do you mean?
Like disposable?
Like a novelty one?
Oh, just the little, the one you can reuse it. So I guess it's helping the environment, but we were hoping for just something a little better than that.
Yeah.
Like, and that's the thing. People working in the medical field get nothing. Like nurses, they work so hard. My fiance's a nurse. She got a key ring last year, and it was like they're the ones who are working like the hardest sometimes, and they get nothing. Kate in Essendon, what did you get from work?
How's it going? So I got a box of chocolates that costed 1 cent for the company. And I also got a branded pudding, so company pudding. So
company pudding?
Company pud.
Yeah, they overstocked and then couldn't sell them, so they gave it to us for Christmas.
You got the leftovers. Oh no!
Yeah, we got the leftovers.
So it was a food. Okay, so it was a food company.
Yeah, it was Woolies.
Oh, okay.
We were asking for what those bastards at Woolies are getting. So turns out branded green puddings.
No one buys those anyway. Yeah, I can see how they'd have leftover. Totally.
Kate, thank you very much. We're asking on 13 24 10, worst Christmas present you got from your work.
Sarah and Pakenham, what did they give you?
I got a lolly bag with bubbles, and I'm an adult.
What do you mean, like a bag of lollies and then like party like bubbles,
Yeah, like a party show bag.
What type of work do you do? Is it for a kids like a kindergarten or
something?
It's for a mental health organisation.
Right.
Well, I guess bubbles make people happy. I don't know.
It feels like a heavy job. You're doing God's work out there. Yeah, I don't know. A box of cherries. I think Nova nailed it last year. Box of cherries.
Yeah.
Wendy and Doreen, what did you get from work?
I got a paver with the company's name on it.
Do you work for a paving company?
I did work for a paving company, and yeah, they gave us a paver with their name on it.
Did you pave it? Did you put it in your house?
No, I actually left it there.
That's so bad. You should have thrown it through the front window and like taken the computers and sold them at cash.
Okay,
Oh, Wendy, that's rough. You know what we should do? Because Liam, you mentioned there, obviously Nova gave us the box of cherries.
Yeah.
We've done worse. We should do best. Like what
Flip it.
workplace?
That's true.
What workplace absolutely nailed it?
My dad's got a watch, but I'm pretty sure he got it for like 30 years of service. But it's
Yeah,
like a
no, you get a
gold
watch after. Is it 10 years?
For me, Nova set the bar as the Christmas present being a box of
Did
cherries.
you get something? Yeah, okay, I like this. Did you get something better than cherries? Yeah, hard to beat. We've heard some of the worst.
Yeah.
Obsessed with these
So,
cherries.
We have
We're
issued-
trying to like.
Yeah.
I don't know if you worked it out. We're trying to like get them ready for another box of cherries this year.
We have issued the challenge. Nova gave us a box of cherries for Christmas. Can you beat that? 13, 24, 10.
The last half an hour, we've been talking about stinking work Christmas gifts
Yeah.
at the end of the year when they give you something that just sucks. We were happy with ours last year. We got some cherries. So now we want better than cherries. We're going to flip it. Did you get something actually good from
Yeah,
work?
let's bring the mood up. Let's try and make it a little bit more positive.
Yeah, make it a little more Christmassy. Nikki and Pakenham, what did you get?
We usually get about 3 days to a week's worth of wage and a $50 Coles voucher.
That's
Oh,
mad.
that's good.
That's more than the Coles people get who work at Coles. They only get $5.
Because that's what you want. You just want a little bit of extra money, spending money for
That's
Christmas,
good.
and then you get the Coles voucher. That's
great.
Nikki, where do you get that? What sort of line of work are you in?
Sales.
Jeez, we're going to get into sales, guys. Amy in Clayton, what are you getting?
Hey guys, big fan. I know Belle's not going to like this one, but I get a 9 kilo ham.
Oh, 9 kilos.
That's a big ham.
And you take the bone out of that, that's probably still 6 or 7 kilos of meat.
Yeah. Do you get that every year, or?
Yeah, they've actually changed it this year that we can choose a gift card, like with money on it.
Yep.
That's good.
Or a ham.
Yeah.
And what are you going to get?
Chose the gift card this year.
Interesting.
Good on you,
So
Amy.
interesting.
Good on you.
More ham for the next guy, I suppose. I like the idea of like there's one guy on like, level 3, and he's like awesome. He's just like all these veggers picking that. They got to get rid of the ham somehow. It's more for Keith, I suppose. Josie in Seaford.
Keith seems like a guy that would choose the ham.
Choose the ham. I choose the ham every time. What do you get? Is it as good as a 9 kilo ham?
Hey guys, yeah, I got a GHD hair straightener.
What?
Over 10 years ago, and I was an EA for a guy, and he was just really generous, and that's what I asked for. That's what I got. It was great.
That seems like a falling off the back of a truck number.
Yeah, that's
No,
very.
no. He was a very honest businessman.
Okay.
Very honest.
What are they?
So, no.
Josie, they're like $400, right? Like they're expensive.
Yeah, well, obviously, I'd done a good job for him. I
Mm.
mean, I'd worked for him for the last 9 years or whatever, so he just said, what do you want this year? And I said, I want a GHD straightener. Thanks very much.
That's so good. Josie, do you know what anyone else got? Like, was it just you that got spoilt, or did everybody get some great stuff?
Well, I was his EA, so I think it was just me that actually got spoiled.
Okay, yeah. Well,
He used to take us to some really nice dinners, like for Christmas, and we'd go like seafood or whatever like that. So very
Seafood
generous.
dinner, hey?
Oh,
Very
A
nice.
bit of crayfish. Well, make sure you ask for the Dyson Airwrap this year. Feels like everyone's here at the moment. Obviously, always live. There's live gigs happening. Paramore playing tonight. You had Robbie here last week, Christina over the weekend. There was that huge Mushroom 50 gig last night at Rod Laver. Belle, I know you went.
Yep, I did. I'm very tired, but it was awesome. It was so, so good. I would say my favourite of the night was the Rubens.
Mm-hmm.
And then possibly coming in second was Temper Trap.
Better than Jimmy Barnes and Missy Higgins.
Look, they were fantastic, obviously. But then when you hear this song, you're like, that's right. And the best thing was, so it was 50 songs for 50 years. So they had all the artists, but everybody came on for like 2 songs.
That's
and
cool.
they
So
came
just-
on,
they whipped through it
and
sort of thing.
and everyone got the brief. They came on, they did their biggest song, and then they went off.
He was like a So Fresh CD.
It was, and a lot of them did a cover as well as their first song. They'd cover a big song, and then they did their biggest one. So
I think there's a radio station that does that.
yeah, it was a bit like that. They did a cover and original, but they
Was that
came
Friday?
on, and like Missy Higgins was like, all right, well, here's Scar. And like Rubens were like, okay, well, here's Hoops. Like it was just, they knew what they were doing.
Do you remember we played, we went bowling with the Rubens? Do you remember that?
That is a fun little part of the Ben and Liam history before Belle. But yeah, we did go bowling with
They were pretty good.
Rubens.
Yeah, they were fun guys. It was like a charity event.
Oh, okay. You didn't
Yeah.
just hang out on a Wednesday night and go bowling.
No, it was a Wednesday night, but it was a charity event.
Because Wednesday is the famous bowling night. That's why.
2 years ago, Squid Game took the world by storm.
Oh, that takes me back.
Such a good show.
The ending?
It's just nice having a unique concept of the show.
It was good because it's a Korean show, but it was like globally recognized. Like obviously it wasn't in English, but everyone was like, yeah, 100% we're watching this. We'll do the subtitles.
If
Like,
anything, it shows you how truly good the show was that it was in
sometimes
subtitles.
that's a hurdle for people, but
Yeah.
they were just like, let's do it. So basically it was like this horrible reality show, basically, where it was like, could you imagine if all these people that really needed money, like maybe they were hugely in debt or they'd lost their house or whatever, they get put on this show and then they win millions of dollars, but when they get eliminated, they die, basically. And then really rich people wear masks for some reason and watch it.
You know what's messed up is that show in the real world, people would watch it.
Well, they've obviously realised that because have you seen the new thing, Squid Game, the challenge?
I've seen. So is that what is that? I've seen it.
Squid Game. So did you notice like a lot of people were posting about Squid Game
Squid
again
Game,
over the
yeah.
weekend? It was like,
Yeah,
why?
it was all Netflix and stuff.
because there's a
like-
new one. There's
Not a second season.
No, so there's obviously the real show, and then Netflix have realised people would probably really watch that. So they have made an actual reality show where they've got people from Australia, people from the UK, people from America, people from all around the world that actually, there's like 450 people who actually compete in this real thing.
Yeah.
And they do all the games. They do red light, green light at the start.
Oh, really?
They do the honeycomb
But
thing.
hang on, are they getting shot?
Yeah, so this is the thing. So obviously, it's horrible. Like red light, green light. It's like this game where they all run, and this big thing turns around. They got to stop.
Yeah,
and it's red light.
Or else the machine gun gets them.
They get shot. Yeah. So that I clicked on it. I don't really watch many reality shows, but I was like, so how does it work? Like, if they don't die, like how? So what happens is they've got this. They wear this like vest
Oh,
with like
it's like laser tag.
pretty much, but the vest has got like a paintball thing in it that explodes. And so and then they have to pretend to die.
Oh, that's part of the deal.
Literally, and some people commit to it. Some people are like, oh damn it, because they're angry because there's actually $4.5 million on the line for this thing. They're actually putting $4.5 million up American.
Yeah.
So people really want to win, and then some people like if they get done on the red light, green light, and then the thing pops off, then they like look at their mum or something like, I love you, and they pretend to die. they like flop
It's
and
like
they.
LARPing.
Like they're committing to
That's
it.
a
Yeah.
letdown. I mean, I don't want people to die.
No,
but
for
I
sure. The
also-
stakes would definitely be higher if they were actually dying, but I don't think they're allowed to do
It was
that.
actually going to be real.
So does everyone
didn't.
does everyone commit, or do some people like just get angry about?
Some
the
people get
dying?
angry, some people like swear and stuff, and they walk off when their thing pops. But it's funny, like that. And you know how like do you remember watching the actual Squid Game and they all live in the bunk beds and
Yeah.
stuff?
They do that.
They actually do that. They do everything that they do in the show. And do you remember? I think there was like one bit where like one guy got food in the Squid Game, and then everyone like didn't like
Yeah,
them. There's
yeah,
like
yeah,
social games as
yeah.
well. There's this. I won't spoil the whole show, but there's like this one bit where the phone rings. And this guy answers it, and they're like, "Will you get a burger?"
Yeah.
So then he eats this burger, and everyone's like mauling trying to get his burger.
Do they all get like one egg?
They didn't do the egg thing. No, no. But then the phone rang again, and he went and answered it again.
Well, why didn't someone else answer it?
Well, this time they were like, you could get eliminated unless you get someone else to pick up the phone in the next 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But he was like looking really scared.
Yeah.
And then so he was like trying to convince people. He's like, oh, you get a chocolate muffin if you answer that phone. You get a chocolate muffin if you answer it. And then he was being way too weird about it, so no one wanted to touch the phone. And so he tried to like convince all these hundreds of other people to pick up the phone for 2 minutes. No one did. And then that guy got eliminated.
He would have been better off not saying anything to anybody.
Just leaving the
Phone
phone
would have
down
rang
there.
and then someone would have picked it up.
Well, it's kind of- to me, it feels like it's a mix between Big Brother and like SAS. Then
I want to watch it.
They do the honeycomb. That kind of grossed
they
me out
do?
because you know how they like, there's like a scene in the real show where they have to cut out the umbrella and the circle. They do that. They're like licking it, but all their microphones are really close to their mouth, so you just hear all the licking sounds.
You know what would be a good one when they do they do tug of war?
Yeah, so I've only watched like the first 2 episodes, but I'm like, I think I've got to finish it because I got to know how they do the tug of war, and I got to know if they do that glass thing.
The
when they
glass
walk on the
one?
glass panels.
Yeah.
And apparently some people got really hurt doing it, so some people are actually suing this show. That's the big news story this week.
Really?
yeah, I saw that, and like first thought is like, well, you signed up for it. Like surely they
Yeah,
signed
I
a
know.
waiver.
Yeah.
that was like you're gonna get hurt You can't turn around now and say, "Oh, I got hurt."
I got to watch this show.
Oh, yeah, it's worth a sus for sure.
Do you know where you are? Do you know where you are? You're on the Jumble now, baby. The news Jumble. Welcome to News Jumble. It's a fun new game. We get 2 news stories and jumble them together. Then you have to unnumble those 2 news stories. You could win some money, honey, or a Kogan voucher on Jumble. Play News Jumble. Unjumble the news. Oh, you gotta make me unjumble.
That's the rule in radio. The better the segment, the longer the intro.
Yep, it's the segment the boss hates and nobody can play because it's too hard.
No. Well, I need to make a small. At the time, it's a lot of explaining, but there was Kogan vouchers we're giving away. I keep forgetting to change the intro. It's actually Amazon Echo Pop speakers with Alexa that we're giving away this morning. Charlene joins us now, and Pakenham, how are you? Good morning.
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, well, are you keeping across the news?
Yes.
Well, it should be very easy for you to unjumble these 2 stories that I've smashed together.
All right, here we go.
News Jumble.
Christina Aguilera performed at Flemington on the weekend and is now as unpopular as she has ever been, according to a new news poll released today.
What are the 2
Wow.
news stories? You got to unjumble
So
them.
one's pretty easy. Christina
Yeah.
Aguilera, we know she performed at Flemington, so that's easy.
We just gave her one.
Why would you
Well,
just
so what?
gave her one?
Actually,
Trying to make it a bit
to
easier.
be honest, I already knew that one because I attended her concert
Awesome.
thanks to Nova.
Awesome. Oh, wonderful, Charlene. Oh, geez, we're giving lots of prizes, aren't we? Well, you can get that speaker as well, so you can tell us what the other news story is.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, nah.
News Jumble.
Yeah, unfortunately, Anthony Albanese is a bit unpopular in the news polls. That was the second story we're looking for. Thanks for playing. Kylie joins us now. Baroni, are you ready for your 2 stories jumbled together?
Yep, I'm for it.
News Jumble.
You don't seem too confident, Kylie, and that's okay.
Here we
I'm
go.
Not either.
The CEO of Optus has resigned after she was caught graffiti tagging the Westgate Freeway, causing major delays to commuters.
Okay, so the CEO of Optus has resigned, correct?
We know this,
Yep. And then the Westgate Freeway has been graffitied and it has extended the works.
She's bloody done it. She's done it!
News Jumble.
Does that mean we stopped it?
Whoa! First winner we've had in 3 weeks, Kylie. You are really clever, and you've proven that it's actually quite a cool game.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you've scored an Amazon Echo Pop with Alexa. You can listen in multiple rooms. Just say, Alexa, play
Awesome.
Nova.
Thank you so much.
Does that mean is that it?
Well, I'm assuming you've got another one.
Yeah,
I always have
do we
another one.
keep
Did
going?
you want to go one more, Kylie? Do you want to see if you can go 2 for 2? We'll also give you some tickets to go see Wonka, the new Wonka movie.
Oh, okay. Yep. Awesome.
But if you choose to play one more and you get it wrong, you lose the smart speaker and the tickets.
Okay. I think I'll just stick with the smart speaker.
Okay, fair enough. We'll move on to
this has
Sue
been an
in
absolute
Footscray.
mess.
Good morning, Sue. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Let's play.
Okay.
Sue, contestants of the new Squid Game reality TV show are suing the Portsea Golf Club after they have been denied membership.
So there was a new thing released on Netflix, Aussie,
Yep.
which was really fun, of Squid Games, and the Portsea Golf Club, they had a little fire going on.
Is that right or is that wrong?
Give me a prize,
No. I'm sorry.
News Jumble.
Dan Andrews isn't allowed to play there. There wasn't a little fire, but it was a good guess. It was a good guess. Thanks for jumbling.
So I'll give you the tickets to Wonka. Discover how Willy became Wonka in cinemas December 14, purely for play.
You gotta make me a jumble.
I've spoken to the marketing department, and there's going to be pyro for this one next year as well. So every time we do it, confetti, sparklers, it's going to be a real visual thing. So we'll get it all up online so people can see.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.